Hi, I'm Bonnie Serratore with Spiritual Acceleration, and I want to talk about cords, cording, specifically for the fifth chakra, but cords coming in to the body. Okay, so communication, throat chakra, cords. So cords are actually a way in which we connect with each other. And it's more coming from, like more like from a subconscious place. But what's happening is when we're cording into people, especially in that fifth chakra, oftentimes it's like, I want to know something. I want to know, or I want to hear. I want to understand. I want you to connect with me. I want you to communicate with me. So cords are an energetic frequency that come from our bodies. Like, for example, let's just say that I want to connect with somebody, but I'm not capable, or maybe I can't talk to them. Maybe they're across the world and I have a friend I haven't talked to for a long time and I'm thinking of them. I can actually send a cord from my throat chakra because remember, we're dealing with fifth chakra today. I could send a cord out to my friend and connect way over in another country. Okay. So what's happening is I'm having a desire, I have a need, I have a want. Okay. I'm not communicating it. I'm not going direct. I'm not making a phone call. I'm not making an email or a text. I have a desire. I want to communicate, connect with my friend so I could send a cord out. Cord right out to my friend, right into that throat area. Okay, I just want to remind everybody the throat chakra is that sky blue. And we want a nice, clear, open chakra here, okay? So the cording thing, when we are cording into people, just remember that we're sending cords from a place of emotion. Okay, that emotion can be a desire, a want, a need, a hope. That cord can be because we want to understand something. It can be because we want to control or manipulate something. There's just so many different reasons why we would cord in, but basically it's really coming from the emotions, okay, where we're not able to clearly share what we're expressing, what we're needing, what we're wanting. So we'll send a cord, okay? So cords get created through that desire. Okay, so think about this. I'm going to go back to me and a friend. Okay, so let's say I have that desire to communicate, and I'm thinking of that person. I have a longing. I can just feel this longing. Wow, I'd really like to talk to my buddy. I really want to connect. Okay, so what happens physically and energetically is I have this emotional desire. Okay, and it's a communication thing, so it's going to come from the throat chakra. And I have a desire to communicate. I want to know something. I just want to check in. I might be concerned or worried or just wanting that connection, but that desire. So think about this. It's almost like a mind in that chakra that has a desire. So I'm having that feeling. I want to connect with my friend. Okay. And I have that thought feeling. So what happens is there's an energetic frequency that begins to come out of my body from the throat. And I feel, or it can actually come from anywhere in the body, meaning any of the chakras. Okay. But we're talking throat here. So communication. So I have this desire and there's a frequency. If I really pay attention, I can actually feel that energy. Okay. But most people are not going to notice that. You have to be really attuned to your own self in order to really feel your own frequencies when you're sending the cords out. So there'll be a frequency and you can actually, if you really pay attention, you can feel it, okay? So now think about this. Here comes the cord coming right out of that throat. Here's the beginning of it, okay? Coming out. Now, because I know where it's going, I direct it right to my friend. So this energy is being created, this energetic cord being created, that's going to hook right into my friend, right in their throat. They might even feel me. They might even they might go, oh, I wonder how Bonnie's doing. You know what I mean? All of a sudden they have a thought. They have thinking about you. They don't know where it came from, came out of the clear blue sky, but you sent it. Okay. So you can literally feel that. Now, let's just say my friend was coming the opposite. So let's just say I'm just doing life, and all of a sudden my friend is thinking about me, wants to connect, wants to communicate. and has thinking, he can send that cord or can send that cord to me, and all of a sudden I'll feel that cording. I may or may not become aware of them, but oftentimes that does happen. Have you ever had an experience where all of a sudden you think of somebody and then they call, or you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden there's a communication. Well, one of you was thinking about the other first. That's why it was happening. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're corded, but it can. Okay, so cords coming into that communication. People want clear communication, clear understanding. Think about what that means. Think about what that throat chakra means. Now, remember, when we have a lot of damage to the throat through abuse, through past lives of different injuries, blows to the body, different tortures, different ways of dying, different atrocities, different punishments that have damaged the throat, we're not going to have that clear communication. Okay, there's going to be emotional damage. When we have emotional damage, we can't ask clearly for anything. Okay, so think about that. Think about your life. Are you able to really just clearly, very clearly express your needs and wants whenever you want to feel that way? Or do you find yourself, holding back or questioning or thinking about, oh, is that appropriate? Oh, can I ask that? Or maybe you can feel that grab in your body where you can't express, you can't share what you're feeling, what you're wanting, what your desires are. So when that happens, and you have a thought desire, like with my friend, we're going to cord into each other, or at least one's, we're going to cord into somebody. They may or may not cord into us, but we're going to cord in. Okay. So when you think about all the damage that's happened to you, to humanity in all of our lifetimes, the torturing, the suffering, I mean, everyone has in some way been shut down. Think about this. People that really get in, that become more visible out in the world, and you get hurt. People want to hurt them. People want to kill them, torture them. Okay. So what happens is we begin to fear, our communication. We fear expressing ourselves. So we will court into each other. We will even court, you can even court into, like, let's just say there's famous people that are sharing information, that are bringing things to awareness, or, what do you call them, whistleblowers, or people that are just unafraid to, to be seen, be visible, telling truth. Okay. So anybody, you don't even have to know the person, okay, to court into them, but there's something that you're wanting, like I want to be able to communicate like you communicate, okay? So that kind of courting will happen because let's just say, let's use someone that most people will know, like Musk. Okay, he's a very, he's that trillionaire, lots of money, but he expresses himself. He really does. He says what he wants. He's like not afraid. So the man's got more clear energy, clear openness in that throat chakra. So people, strangers that don't even know this being, could be courting in because they want that ability. They want to be able to communicate the same way that he does. Okay. And it's not going to work because courting in does not get you what you want. You're not going to become like that person. You're not going to communicate like that person, but it's that desire, it's that emotional desire to connect. Okay. I want to be like that. I want to be free like that. I want to be able to just express myself however I'm feeling, whenever, wherever I am. I want to be free like that man, okay? A lot of people are courting in this communication. Like when I look at that energy, wow, because people are not capable of that clear communication. I mean, the guy's a little wild sometimes, expressing. He's not concerned about what anybody's thinking, okay? He's not worried about it being judged, okay? But most people are. So when they see someone like that, that's so free in their communication, they want to be like that. So that desire, again, is the courting comes from an emotional desire, wanting something, needing something, hoping for something, to be different, to be better, to be more powerful. So those chords come out and get tapped right in there. And what can happen though is you're never going to get what he is. It doesn't work that way. Okay. Think about this. You send a cord out, you're wanting something, that energy, that man is free because of his own journey, his own soul's journey. And we want to be like that, but we haven't done our inner work. We just want to be able to communicate like that. So we're trying to extract how he does that or who he is, but it doesn't work that way. We can't take it in because we have wounding that keeps us limited in our ability to communicate. Okay. So you're not getting, not becoming like him. It doesn't work. You're not going to be like that. But it doesn't stop the desire. I want to be like that. I want to be free like that. Okay. So then we, that send that cord out, hook right in, trying to, know what he knows on some level, communicate what he communicates, be liberated and free like he is. But it doesn't work. But we don't know that. And the truth is, we probably don't know that we have corded in. Remember, it's that emotional component that causes us to cord. We are not capable of expression or asking for what we want, what we don't want. So we cord in, trying to control, manipulate, extract, whatever. The one thing that we can do is we can drain people's energy. That's the bad part, is we can literally, when we cord into somebody, that desire, that wanting, there's a pulling sensation that happens in that cord. For example, let's come back to the Elon Musk thing. So I have a desire, or you have a desire to be free like that person. You want it. I want to be like that. I want to be free. So see how I'm saying I want, and I'm pulling that energy to me? That's what's happening. I'm pulling that energy. I'm not going to get what I want. I'm not going to be like him. I'm not going to be free and liberated, but I want it. So as I'm pulling, 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 eventually I can start pulling and draining his energy from him. It's not going to empower me. It's not going to change me. It's not going to give me what I want, but I can still be doing that, draining his energy. Okay. And we can do that to anyone. We're draining people's energy. And we, without even thinking about it, the wanting, the more we have that feeling, I want to know, or I want to be like that. I want to be able to communicate like that. I want to be free in my communication, my expression. I want that desire. The stronger that desire, the more you can literally pull somebody's energy, drain them of their energy. Okay. It's not appropriate. We don't want to be doing that. Okay. It's better to have a desire. Okay. Yeah. I'd like to communicate. I'd like to be able to communicate like that, but not leaning out and setting the cord. We are now acknowledging, oh, I have an inability to communicate. I see him communicating clearly. I want that. Okay. Now there's a feeling. Here's how you can tell if you have a tendency to cord into somebody. You literally can feel yourself leaning towards someone. So when I say the words, I want to be like that person, if I watch and feel my own energy, I can feel myself leaning towards them, leaning towards moving in that direction. So I'm sending my energy to that person through the cord, my emotional energy. Now, I cannot be cording in and having the exact same desire. Okay, this is vitally important. You get this. I can still have that want, that need, that wish, that hope, but I'm containing it in here. And I'm continuing to feel it within my own self. Okay. For example, okay, before I'm leaning out, I watch if you can feel the energy, you'll feel it, you'll sense it. Even watch the body language. Okay. So as I'm looking at this being, yeah, I want what he's got. See how my energy is going towards that person? Okay. Sending a cord right out to him. Okay. Now, if I do it where I'm no longer going to send a cord, I still have the same desire. Okay. So I'm still looking at that person. Wow. Wow. They really communicate. Yes. I want to communicate like that. I want to have that ability. Yes. I want to, yeah. What do I need to do in my own self so I can communicate like that? Okay. Can you feel my energy, sense my energy, see my energy? I'm containing it, keeping it in here. Okay. I'm not going, I want, leaning out. I'm staying in my body. Okay. So here's a key thing here. You can have all the wants that you have. Just hold them in your body. Okay. So when you contain your own self in your body, you're not sending cords out. Okay. You're not leaning out into somebody else's energy. Okay. Because they will feel that. So we want to be able to contain our own energy. We want to maintain our own sovereignty. We don't want to be sending cords out, especially any cords, okay, with communication into the throat area, okay? So we become aware of our own air places where we feel like, okay, I can't communicate. All right, I want that. I want. But rather than sending a cord out, I'm holding it within, and I'm aware of my own desire, my own want, my own need. But now I'm willing to look at what's inside of me that doesn't allow me to have that free flow communication. If I didn't do that, and I kept looking out here, I'd keep wanting it to come from out there. I'd sending cords out to get what I want, to be able to express in the same way rather than just being, okay, I get it. Yeah, I want that. All right. What do I need to do within so I can communicate clearly like that? Full expression, sharing me, not sharing somebody else. Okay. So that cording into that fifth chakra. Again, the color in there is like a sky blue. We want it to be sky blue. When I look at the energy in most people, there's a lot of interferences. Now, keep in mind, persecution, people expressing truth, telling truth, people dying. Look at our world, who's been killed for expressing. Okay, seriously, people kill people for expressing. So we have all that damage, carried over, and everyone's got it. Everyone's got a lot of pain, a lot of damage done to that throat chakra, the fifth chakra, and we can't communicate clearly. So a lot of cording's happening. Think about this, you in relationship. You want to communicate with your beloved, and you're afraid you want something, or maybe you want to bring something to awareness. Maybe you're sharing something that you've noticed that would be beneficial for the person to understand, realize what they're doing, but you're not able to communicate. But you have that desire. I wish my partner would stop doing that. He needs to stop doing that. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. So core energy coming, desire hooks right into that throat chakra. And now I'm like, passing my energy right in there. And I'm still not going to get what I want because it doesn't work that way. Okay. But the person who's being courted, again, I can drain their energy, pull their energy, but I'm not going to get them to give me the ability to communicate. Okay, so I can cord in. I can even, through the cording, we can also send our own energy into a person's field, into their body through that cording. That's another piece of, on some level, wanting to manipulate or control or get what we want, is we literally can send our energy through that energy cord and go right into their being. Like, for example, when I was a moment ago, when I was indicating or sharing, I want, I'm leaning out, I'm moving towards that person. So we can take it even further and like literally take our awareness and go right into that person's energy, right into that chakra, right into their body. And what happens then is they begin to feel us in a way that they feel our emotions, but what's happening is they don't understand what's happening. They don't know that it's not them. They're just having these feelings, these emotional sensations, emotional reaction, emotional thoughts, and not understanding what's really going on. It's not real common for someone to send their energy into someone, but they can do that through cording. Okay. So when we cord with somebody, we're coming from a place where we're not able to be clear, where we can't communicate. We're not really sharing what we're wanting to share. We're not able to share the gift of who we are, but we still have a desire. Okay. So again, courting is not what we want to be doing. We want to be able to be in a place within our own selves where we are liberated enough that we are able to clearly communicate and share who we are, share whatever that is, sharing our beliefs, our conclusions, our faith, our wants, our needs, our desires without being afraid, okay, without having to hide. So that whole thing, the cording is through that throat chakra, it's that communication. People like, for example, a lot of married couples or people just in relationships, most people do not know how to communicate. So they cord in trying to get their needs met. So both peoples, okay? No communication, cord. trying to extract, doesn't really work, still not getting your needs met because it doesn't work that way, okay? So cording in is inappropriate, not what we want to do. So think about that communication. Think about how it gets blocked, all the different ways it got blocked, shut down, carried over from past lives, this lifetime, reinforcing those beliefs, the inability to communicate. What are you going to do? You're going to cord, okay? But remember, you can control your own cording out. And again, you can control when you feel a cord coming in, you have that ability to say no or to disengage it, release it, send it back. I'm done here. We're done with this soul dance. But it's that feeling. It's all about the emotion. It's about the feeling and emotion within. If I'm stable and strong and secure and I know, I don't know, you don't know, no cording into me. That's it. Be gone. Leave. Cord gone. I can feel that inner strength as opposed to, wow, I can feel like someone wants to communicate with me, but yeah, I don't know. I can't really talk to them, whatever. Okay. So there's all this shut down energy where we're not able to communicate. So we want to face ourselves. We want to unravel our own wounding and clear our debris, clear all that unconscious misperceptions, conclusions, beliefs, wounding, PTSD that's in the subconscious. Okay. Because that's, we're constantly in that energy dance. So that courting dance, it's like, it's inappropriate. We don't really want that. So, in the supporting of the healing of courting and also the healing of the whole being, we offer a beautiful chakra series where literally I take time, each chakra, we do one at a time. It's a full hour. So what happens is people get to fill out a questionnaire. So on that throat chakra, what are you noticing? Okay, what are you noticing? What's happening? And then people get to write what they're experiencing. I read everybody's information, then I extract, the meat of it all, and then I start clearing all the pieces. And what's cool is, in this lifetime, you've had so many experiences that affect that throat chakra, but you got all the past lives as well. So same in you, same in me. We all have the same damage done, all of us, same, only different, exactly the same, only different. So you fill that out. I come in, give you a full hour of clearing all these different topics, pieces of the pie, pieces of the puzzle of all that communication to just literally get that throat open and so that you start to have a clear communication, that clear throat chakra, beautiful sky blue. When you have that beautiful sky blue, cords aren't going to stick because there's no wounding. Okay, this is another reason cords stick, they can attach, is they're hitting your wounding. Okay, so there's that energy where they got a connector, energetic connector that binds them and holds them to that. So as that throat chakra gets clearer and clearer, there's no need for cording. You're able to communicate clearly, and you're not trying to, harm anybody through your communication. And people will want to be like you, but because you have done a lot of inner work and are clear, you're not going to play that energy cord dance that we do with one another. Okay, so a beautiful way to support you and even getting clearer, more liberated, freer, less cording happening is through that chakra series. Again, I'm Bonnie Serratore, Spiritual Acceleration. Check us out. Check out our chakra series and get liberated.